Hi, I'm Bruce from NorthStar Games, and I'm going to teach you how to play Vegas Wits and Wagers. The first thing to note is that Vegas Wits and Wagers is an expansion to any of our gambling versions of Wits and Wagers. So I'm going to use some of the pieces out of Wits and Wagers Deluxe, but any of the gambling versions are perfectly fine. In this version of the game, you're going to lay out this big giant board. You're going to figure out how many people are playing. We've created these sorry we're closed mats that are going to help you. In Wits and Wagers, we ask you to order around the median. In this game, we're not worried about that. If you're going to play with 5 people, you're going to lay the boards to the outside. So you're just going to block those spaces completely off. If you're playing with 6 people, you're going to put one board in the middle, and you're just going to go from smallest to largest. If you're playing with the full complement of 7 players, you're just going to pull up everything. Okay, so that's how the mats are used. The next thing you're going to do is at the bottom of the board, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're actually going to take chips and you're going to put 1, 2, and all the way up to 7. That is your round marker. That also counts the bonuses you're going to give people for getting the closest without going over. In Wits and Wagers, you're going to read a question. They're always number questions. And you're trying to get the closest without going over. In this game, each person's going to take their big board. They're going to write down their answer. They're going to put it face down in front of them. That is very important in Vegas Wits and Wagers because we've added a new step to the game. So once again, the first reader is going to read the first question. Everyone's going to write down their answer, and they're going to put them face down out on the board. Then you have a chance to bet a long shot. A long shot is over here with all of the characters from the game. A long shot bet is a bet on a player, not a bet on a number. So everyone's written their answers and they're face down. You do not know what people have written. You can now take either of or both of your standard starting chips. You cannot use anything else you win in the game. You can only use your standard starting chips, and you can bet a long shot bet on a player in the game. It will pay you 10 to 1 if you can guess who at the table manages to get the answer correct. What that adds now is a new layer of fun to Wits and Wagers. Because if I know about comic books, and you know I know about comic books, and I know you know that I know about comic books, I could potentially write an incorrect answer. Put it down, wait for you to bet on me, and then laugh when you see my ridiculous answer. This also allows you, if you're playing a game where you say, well, Tom knows everything. Tom knows everything there is to know about science. Well, now you can bet on Tom and you can profit off of how good at science Tom is. Okay? So now we're going to show you basically what it looks like to play a game. We're going to play a 5-player game. So I'm going to lay these mats out on the far ends. The question we're asking is, how many time zones does Russia have? So we're going to lay out 7, 12, 2 people have answered the same thing, 20 and 35. In standard Wits and Wagers, these 2 answers would be stacked on top of each other. In Wits and Wagers Vegas, so that you can play it with people that don't play a lot of board games, or maybe it's later in the night, you don't have to think about it, you literally put them right next to each other. If this is the correct answer, 1 stack of chips will come from the bottom, where we have the bonuses for the correct answer, and an equal size stack will come from the remainder of the chips. In this case, we have a long shot bet on blue, and this is exactly what it would look like on the board. How many time zones does Russia have? Russia has 11 time zones. So that means that 12 is too many, 7 would be the correct answer. So what's gonna happen is this stack of chips would come there, and any chips that were bet on 7 would get paid off as well. And once again, you pay 4 to 1, 3 to 1, 2 to 1, 4 to 1, 3 to 1. So for every chip you see out there, you're gonna pay it 1, 2, 3, $400. And that's because it says 4 to 1 on the board. If you also notice, we have a long shot bet that won, and that pays 10 to 1. So you're going to put $1,000 out for that $100 bet. So it's very lucrative to have randomly guessed who could manage to get it correct. Once we're done 7 questions, all of the chip stacks will be pulled from the bottom of the board, and the person with the most cardboard chips is going to win the game. And that's how you play Vegas Wits and Wagers. Remember, it is an expansion. You must add it to any of our gambling versions of Wits and Wagers. We provide the giant board, which is a 3-foot by 2-foot board, a new stack of questions, some chips to help you if your version doesn't have enough chips to make high payouts. Everything's there to take your experience and ramp it up to Vegas Wits and Wagers. I've been Bruce from NorthStar Games. Remember, you can check us out at northstargames.com. If you want to learn about games before they come out, you can join our email list. We would love to have you. And once again, thank you so much for watching.